If you're struggling with your erections, or you're simply searching for natural, science-backed ways to improve your sexual health, you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Fiona, a sexologist and a urological surgeon, and in this video, we're going to uncover the truth about supplements for stronger and rock-hard erections. What's real, what's risky, and what might actually work. There's a flood of information online, but how much of it is actually based on science? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge you need to make safe, informed, and effective choices for your health. This is a highly discussed subject, and when you search online for solutions to erectile dysfunction, you'll find countless videos and articles focused on pills and so-called natural remedies. But let's examine this with a medical and scientific lens. Okay. So, when it comes to the use of supplements for improving your erection quality or treating erectile dysfunction, I must clarify something from the start. This is not a subject that's typically covered in detail in conventional medical schools, particularly in the Western world. There is very limited academic or clinical training on this area. As a result, much of the knowledge clinicians acquire comes from personal research or exposure outside the formal curriculum. Now, if we look at international clinical guidelines, those issued by recognized urological or andrological societies, they generally do not recommend the use of herbal or natural supplements. The main reason for this is that the scientific evidence supporting these treatments is either weak or inconsistent, and in some cases these substances may even carry risks of adverse effects. That said, we must also acknowledge a potential bias within these guidelines, as they are often influenced, directly or indirectly, by pharmaceutical industries. So we must approach this landscape with both scientific scrutiny and open-mindedness. Across human history and throughout diverse cultures, traditional remedies for sexual function have been widely used. I recall traveling to Indonesia, where I witnessed communities gathering specific roots from the forest for ritual ceremonies and other uses, including for sexual health. While we may not always understand the precise pharmacology of such roots, the cultural persistence of these remedies across generations does suggest there may be active compounds worth studying. However, whether or not these effects are comparable to pharmaceutical-grade medications remains uncertain. It's important to highlight that many individuals seeking improvement in their sexual performance are vulnerable to misinformation, especially through social media and YouTube, where numerous non-medical influencers, or even AI-generated doctors, promote supplements with aggressive marketing tactics. These promotions often promise miraculous results without scientific backing and exploit the viewer's trust. Scientific studies have revealed alarming issues in the supplement market. In many cases, what's listed on the label doesn't match the actual contents. One might think they're consuming ginseng, maca, or medicinal mushrooms, but in reality, the capsules may contain little more than flour, starch, or glucose. Even more concerning are studies, like one conducted in Romania, that found up to 72% of supposedly natural supplements for erectile dysfunction were adulterated with undeclared pharmaceutical substances such as sildenafil, Viagra, or tadalafil, Cialis. This poses a significant public health concern. Individuals believe they are taking natural products, when in fact they're unknowingly ingesting pharmaceutical agents that require a prescription and proper medical oversight. I have personally encountered cases of priapism, a prolonged and potentially dangerous erection, triggered by the use of natural supplements. These are not benign products. To complicate things further, certain plants naturally contain compounds that act similarly to medications like sildenafil, which could lead to unpredictable or even dangerous effects when used without supervision. So, what can be done? If someone is determined to try a supplement, it's essential to understand that these products typically lack standardized dosing, clear usage instructions, and regulatory oversight. Unlike approved medications, supplements are often unregulated, making it difficult to know when, how, or how long they should be used, or even if they're safe at all. Importantly, they cannot be relied upon to deliver consistent or guaranteed results. At the same time, we must always address the underlying causes of erectile dysfunction. For instance, if the root issue is vascular, it makes more sense to promote lifestyle changes, such as quitting smoking, improving diet, and increasing physical activity, rather than depending on a tea or capsule made from an exotic root. As a physician, I firmly believe that Western medicine should not automatically dismiss traditional remedies, but instead study them rigorously. These approaches should never be the first line of treatment, nor should they be used in place of interventions with strong evidence. However, understanding their cultural value and researching their pharmacology could potentially benefit medical science in the future. I've reviewed dozens of supplements commonly promoted for erectile dysfunction, some of which show limited but intriguing scientific promise. For instance, maca root, garlic, L-Arginine, and L-Citrulline have all been subjects of preliminary research. While these findings are not strong enough to warrant formal recommendations, they are being explored and may offer mild benefits in certain cases. That said, caution is essential. Some substances, like yohimbine, have been banned in Europe due to their cardiovascular risks, yet remain available in parts of Latin America and the US. This again emphasizes the importance of being discerning about what we consume. Now, when we're talking about foods, natural items like garlic or watermelon, the conversation changes. These are common dietary components with additional health benefits, and when consumed in reasonable amounts, they are unlikely to cause harm. One particularly fascinating study, although small in size, looked at men who did not respond to tadalafil. The group that was given 5 grams of garlic daily, along with tadalafil, showed a better response than those who took tadalafil alone. It's a small but thought-provoking finding that warrants further study. Similarly, watermelon, which contains citrulline, has also been discussed in scientific literature for its potential to support nitric oxide production and improve blood flow. While eating watermelon won't replace medical treatment, it's a healthy food that certainly won't do harm and may even help. But when it comes to purchasing a processed supplement, especially those sold in capsules or powders without clarity on their sourcing or content, the risks become significantly higher. If someone chooses to try such a product on their own, they should be mindful of any unusual symptoms and, ideally, consult a physician beforehand. In summary, while the field of supplements for erectile dysfunction is vast and filled with anecdotal success stories, we must ground our decisions in science. What I wanted to deliver is, supplements should never replace a proper diagnosis or evidence-based treatment, but, when approached cautiously and under medical supervision, certain options may serve as complementary tools in a broader therapeutic strategy. Supplements can be helpful, but only if you understand the risks and the reality. If this video helped you see things more clearly, give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and don't forget to subscribe for more honest, doctor-backed content. Your health is your power. Take control of it today. Hoping to see you in my next video.